Once again, we're back with my lovely model Tasha, and today I'm going to show you how to do the classic Audrey Hepburn updo, similar to Breakfast at Tiffany's. As you can see, I kind of already added a little bit of texture to Tasha's hair by doing a slight set on it, just to put some body wave into it. Second, I'm actually going to go ahead and section out my partings for this actual updo. It's always best to break it down into pieces, that way you can kind of follow it and know exactly where you're going with it. So for this particular styling, I'm going to need a soft brush, bobby pins, and a Teasing rat tail comb. Also, a lightweight workable hairspray is always best, and we can go from there. So, classic Audrey Hepburn actually had little baby bangs in this particular updo, but Tasha does not have bangs at all. So what I've done is I'm definitely going to take an off-center part and swoop it over just to kind of give her a little bit of something across her forehead to kind of enhance that. So I'm just going to establish where I want to see that. I think that'll work. And I'm actually only going to leave this about an inch thick and come straight down. So it's actually going to get thinner closer to this side of her head, but starting at about an inch thickness. And then we're going to go ahead and section this out. Okay, so then next on the sides, I'm going to section out. On her, it's about 2 inches or so from that front parting to right above or slightly behind her ear. So I'm going to do both of those sections. So we have one right here, about 2 inches thick to right above, a little bit behind the ear. And I'm going to come on the opposite side. And the side that follows her fringe is going to be slightly different from the other side, only because Audrey Hepburn had a lot of volume. So this very top section is what we're going to be using that for. Okay, so now that we've sectioned out this top, kind of square ovalish shape on the top of that, I'm gonna have you put your head down. Just so you can see, this is where we're gonna build our volume, and just like in the picture right behind the bangs, that's where that started. Because usually you put a little tiara right there. I'm sure now you could put a headband or, you know, a little clip or barrette in there and kind of get that same look if you'd like to. Next, I'm going to section out 2 more vertical partings and just leaving the back centered like this. This is going to be the base for my entire style, so I want to have something that's large enough to withstand the weight of the rest of the hair. So starting at the top, taking about 1/2 inch to 1 inch thick partings, depending on how thick your hair is. I'm gonna tease just at the root. So now once I've done that, I'm gonna come in and take my soft paddle brush. I'm gonna set my base a little bit higher on this updo, just because of how it's positioned on Audrey's head also. So you can see this is about how high I'm setting my base. All my teasing is here at the root and in the base of the ponytail, just so as I build on it, I have a little bit more grit for the bobby pins to stick to. So next I'm going to come into this very top front section, starting at the back of my section and working towards the front. This time I'm going to take pretty thin sections, just so I can show you. And I'm going to do some very tight teasing in here to give it all the volume that we need. As you progress towards the front, you can kind of decrease in how intense your teasing is, just because we're going to have to smooth it out and soften it, and we don't want to see any of that at the hairline. Now that I'm at my last section, I'm gonna tease it just a little bit softer, but still putting it in there, but something that's softer to work out. I'm gonna come back to my smaller brush and just smooth the surface a little bit more. Then I'm going to re-clip that off out of my way. Come back to my back side pieces, 1 and 2. Then I'm going to tease and work my way in towards the center. I'm just smoothing the surface of that to hide my teasing. And I'm going to come to my front side pieces, just very lightly teasing, just so her hair isn't too flat to her head in the front. Now I'm going to take another hair tie and secure the side sections together above my first ponytail. So now we have a double stacked ponytail, texture on the sides, and volume on the top. So now I'm just going to come in using a defining comb, kind of marry the top sections and the side sections together until I get the right shape that I need to see. And now with all this remaining hair, we're going to build onto the top of her updo. And because we've already previously set the hair, it likes to curl up kind of on its own and just follow the shape that you're going to put it into. All right, so now let's come into the front where she has her fringe or lack thereof. And we're going to come in and mold this to frame her face. And there we have it. This is our Audrey Hepburn inspired updo from start to finish.